Good morning. It's June 12th, and today we're going to be talking about crypto. As you probably know, most altcoin exchange traded products have been seeing inflows year to date, but Bitcoin and Ethereum, well, their exchange traded products have both been seeing outflows during the same period. And if you've been looking at CoinShares data over the past week, $36 million left Ethereum exchange trade products. So that outflow is the largest observed in a single week since the merge in September 2022. And if you remember, that's when it transitioned from a proof of work to a proof of stake consensus mechanism. Some people are saying, oh, about monetary policy, because even if the Fed pauses, they're going to have to hike in July. We really don't see that that's what's causing this. I would bet it has to do with all the regulatory crackdowns. So you're hiding under a rock if you didn't hear that the SEC charged Coinbase with operating illegally after suing the world's largest crypto trading platform, Binance, accusing it, of a whole range of violations. It was mishandling user funds, inflating trading volume, evading regulation, all those wonderful things that you do not want this SEC after you for. And then what we saw is that Moody's dropped its outlook on crypto exchange Coinbase from stable to negative. So I would look at that and say that is also causing the issue here, because risk assets are rallying this week, and obviously these things are not. I'm bringing you over to the Longbow dashboard because I put in two securities that I figured would be interest to you if you're following crypto. So here we have Ethereum, ETHE, that's the grayscale security, and then Coin for Coinbase. Ethereum is oversold. So before you get too excited, we'll talk about how to look at this with different mechanisms, with different data points. The odds are 14.6 to 1. So you'd say, wow, I'd like almost 15% upside to, call it 5% downside. But we're saying, be careful here. Actually, it's 5% upside, sorry, because it's below the end of the range. But, when you're looking at something that's below end of the range will readjust. So the momentum indicator, this is where I really want to focus you. And that is short term, it's bearish. Medium term is bearish. And we're going to take a look at that in a second. So when you see something like that, you'd say, okay, that's usually not when I go all in when something's below the low end of the trading range, because it's heading south. It could continue to head south only when maybe the short term would go neutral. So there's a change in the trajectory of the security, or if you think fundamentally that that's going to change. If you think that in the short term or medium term can change, you would go into it. But right now, the technicals are not telling you that. In fact, if we're taking a look, it's been on a downward trajectory, short term, which is here, and medium term. And if we blow this up here, you're below the low end of the range and it's really falling down. That's not the time when you catch the falling knife. You want to see the trading ranges stabilize a little bit. You want to see the momentum stabilize. So we would be careful, even if you're seeing really juicy odds there. And in case you were worried or concerned about coin, if you've been a long owner, just to show you where it is, that's also bearish short term, bearish medium term. You can see it doesn't look too dissimilar from Ethereum. And then here, we're not at the low end of the range, but you can see the range got a little bit wider in the past week. So it's calmed down a little bit since, called March, April. But still, we're trading almost near the low end of the range. So you're really, with a beta of almost 3, you're not getting the same juicy odds. It's 4 to 1, so 30% up, and then 7.5% down. And so when you're, nearing the low end of the range, yes, the odds are in your favor. Yes, it could go up. But when you have this short-term and medium-term bearish signal, and you're kind of in a neutral with implied volatility on the security, so you're not seeing some massive premium where everyone's shorting the stock, we'd be a little bit careful. If you want any more trading ranges or want to understand how to evaluate them with other data, just let us know and we'll try to reach back out to you. That's it for today. Talk to you tomorrow.